So I remember it took me about like a month to film, another month to edit it, and then I remember I uploaded it privately to YouTube, and I kept it there for like a month, looking at it every day, wondering if I was ever going to actually make it public, because at the time I was just so afraid. I was freaked out about sharing the video. Long story short, I did, and the only reason I did that, I convinced myself, okay, just do it once, and forever you'll be known as that weird guy amongst your friends that posted a video to YouTube back God knows when, and it'll be a joke and people could laugh about it and it'll be over. 1 year, 32 videos, and over 140,000 views later, I'm still here. God, I can't believe it. So hitting that 1 year mark is actually a really big deal for me, so I took the week to really reflect on, hey, what has it been like to be a YouTuber for a year? So today's video is going to focus on 5 things that I've personally learned from doing YouTube for about a year now. So in case you were ever curious in starting your own channel, or if you're just curious to know what it's like to be a YouTuber, this video is for you. Hands down, the hardest thing to overcome when starting a YouTube channel is fear that people are going to think that your content is stupid. I don't care how extroverted you are or how talented you are with the camera, everybody somewhere within their soul has this fear that when they put themselves out there, people are just going to think that you suck. So the funny thing is, a lot of people mask this fear by using excuses like, oh, you know, there's just so much competition in YouTube now. I don't have a proper camera, I don't have the right gear to start a channel. I know I used all those excuses when, at the end of the day, I was just afraid that I was going to look like an idiot. So if you have that fear, I totally understand, but let me give you a piece of advice. That fear dramatically decreases the second you upload that video. And you stop caring about, hey, am I going to look like an idiot? And you get more excited about creating content within this awesome platform. So if you're on the fence, and if you got one of those situations where you have a video and you're a little bit reluctant to share it, just do it. It was probably one of the best decisions that I made in my life. I'm so glad that I did, and I'm almost positive you'll be glad too, so just go ahead and do it. I'm gonna be straight up. Creating quality, consistent content is not easy. And if you're ever in a situation where you're watching someone's channel and you're telling yourself, hey, I can do that, anybody can do that, that's usually an indicator that that person is extremely talented and what they do is extremely difficult. And if you don't believe me, try it. So if you're only doing YouTube to make money and to try and become YouTube famous, let me tell you what's going to make you quit. Sheer exhaustion from filming, editing, and producing consistent videos. It takes a lot of time, it usually takes money, especially if you're in the tech space, and any sort of financial return or any sort of attention that you're looking for usually comes way, way, way later when your channel is established through a lot of hard work. You have to be passionate about what you're creating. That is the only thing that is going to motivate you to pick up the camera again when your last 3, 10, your last 100 videos have a collective 50 views and only 3 comments. Trust me. No dream of money or being YouTube famous is going to make you want to look at that camera again. You have to love what you're doing and you have to believe in the content that you're creating. Otherwise, it'll bleed through and you will quit this thing faster than you'd quit anything else. So if these are the only 2 things driving you to make a YouTube channel, trust me, you're better off investing your time and your money somewhere else. I honestly think that YouTube is one of the coolest and most creative spaces in the world today. Not long ago, I remember using YouTube primarily for, hey, I need to learn how to do something, I'm gonna YouTube it. It wasn't until I was looking for a review on the Nexus 7 tablet. Remember that? Long time ago? I ran across a review on MKBHD's channel. I remember watching it and I'd be like, wow, this is such a good video and it's so useful, thank you. And I really thought that this was just one video that this guy made and it was done. And then I realized that he had a channel that was just full, like hundreds of videos and all this cool stuff that I loved. I felt as though that this is such a cool space and I wanted to be part of it. It's really motivating. I mean, I've been able to collaborate with different brands, different companies, all things I totally never expected. And really, at the end of the day, you realize that YouTube is one of those communities that are full of out-of-the-box thinkers and a lot of energy there, and I'm really, really proud to say that I can be part of that. Back to all you folks who are using the excuse that you don't have the gear to start your own channel. Okay, so I know I'm being a bit of a hypocrite here because I actually do have a lot of good gear, and I'll be the first to admit that, but truth be told, I never had this gear just to start a YouTube channel. I used to be in photography before I got into video, so I had a pretty decent camera, but the message here is that you do not need to have expensive, amazing gear to create content. You really don't. At the end of the day, it really comes down to creativity. Everybody has one of these now, and I swear these film better than some of the cameras out there that cost double, triple the price. Now don't get me wrong, having good equipment can definitely elevate the quality of your videos, but in no way does it guarantee success, and it should never be used as a reason why not to start creating some content. So outside of doing YouTube, I work in HR. And I remember in grad school, I was taking an employee relations class and we were talking about job satisfaction. And studies showed that people who had jobs creating something from beginning all the way until the end, they had a much higher level of job satisfaction. Creating YouTube videos, to me, completely epitomizes that theory. A video for me starts with an idea. And it progresses all the way to the point where I have a video completely edited and produced to share that idea. And I am part of that entire creation process. And it is extremely rewarding. And I think if you ask any content creator, they're going to say the same thing. I already mentioned it's not easy and it takes a lot of time, but for me, creating content is one of those things that I could spend hours, days doing it and not even know how much time has really gone by. And that's usually an indicator that you really love what you're doing. I love the subscribers, I love the likes, I love the comments, I love being able to produce great videos for you guys. It is the most satisfying thing that I've ever done. And I'm so glad that it brings value to other people and people enjoy the content, and that's amazing. But for me to be able to look at my own content and say to myself that, man, these were just ideas in my mind not long ago, and now they're here and they could be shared with others, that is such a big thing for me. And I hope that you guys enjoy it. Okay, so that's about it for this video. Don't forget to leave me a thumbs up if you liked it. Now, if you're a content creator or if you want to be a content creator and if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Next week, back to the regular scheduled program, I swear. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.